Ranni the Witch, one of the most important characters in Elden Ring, and honestly, one of the most underrated when it comes to raw power. Sure, a lot of people recognize her for her story role, her quest line, and her connection to the Age of Stars ending. But very few actually stop and ask, how powerful is she really? Today we're answering that question. We'll walk through her feats, break down the lore behind her magic, and see just how insane her abilities actually are. But first, before we dive into Ranni herself, let's quickly go over how we scale power. When we talk about attack potency, or AP, we're looking at what a character can create or destroy. It's simple. If they destroy a wall, they're wall level. If they destroy a mountain, they're mountain level. And the bigger or more complex the creation or destruction, the higher they scale. This will be important once we start looking at what Ranni actually does in the story. Now, where exactly does Ranni fall on the scale? At first glance, you might think her biggest feat comes from stealing destined death from Malekith. But not quite. The truth is, we don't actually know how she did it. There's no scene showing her fighting Malekith directly, and no detailed explanation of the process. Because of that, there's nothing solid we can use for scaling. So instead, we need to look somewhere else. And that leads us straight to her mother, Rennala. During the Rennala boss fight, the first phase is pretty standard. Floating students, gravity magic, classic sorcerer stuff. But the second phase is where things really shift, and where Ranni's power truly shows. Right before phase 2 starts, Ranni casts a spell to protect her mother. But it's not just a flashy transition. Ranni literally creates an entire magical universe around Rennala and everything inside it, all using Glintstone Magic. And this isn't just a fan theory. Both the official Elden Ring guidebook and Hitaka Miyazaki himself confirm it. The guidebook says, as a unique effect of placing log in the cutscene at the beginning of the battle with Rennala, Queen of the Full Moon, the black miasma surrounding gradually clears, revealing the moon in the background. And Miyazaki explains, the director Hitaka Miyazaki presented the motif of a Glintstone Magic worldview, stating, "I want the universe within magic." Adding a dark impression as an element of the cosmos and incorporating imagery into the warhead, such as the image of a falling star, it was complete. In simple terms, Ranni didn't just make a pretty background, she conjured an entire universe within her magic, mid-fight. At minimum, this puts her at universal level power. And depending on how you interpret Elden Ring's cosmology, she could even scale to high universal. How we scale speed. Now that we know her attack potency, let's talk about speed scaling. When scaling speed, we usually rely on clear feats, statements, or comparisons to other characters. If a character's feats are vague, we use scaling based on others around them. And sometimes, though I hate it, we have to pull out the math. I usually avoid it whenever I can, but in this case, the numbers really help show how crazy Ranni's speed is. How fast is Ranni? Since Ranni created an entire universe during the Phase 2 cutscene, and that cutscene lasts about 50 to 55 seconds, we can use that to estimate the speed of her magic. Let's break it down. The real-world observable universe is about 93 billion light-years across. First, we convert that distance into meters, which comes out to about 8.8 times 10 squared meters. Then we divide that by the time it took Ranni to create her universe, about 50 seconds. When you do the math, you get that Ranni's magic was expanding at roughly 4.8808 times 10 dc times the speed of light. Or to put it more simply, 48.88 quadrillion times faster than light. In scaling terms, that places Ranni firmly in the MFTL plus, massively faster than light plus category. So quick recap. Attack potency AP. Ranni created a full magical universe mid-battle, universal plus level AP at minimum. Speed, that universe was created in under a minute, 48.88 quadrillion times faster than light, MFTL plus. Thanks for watching. There's a lot more scaling content coming soon, and a few big projects I'm excited to share. I really hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in the next one.